Alright, we're back with the Toyota RAV4 with another issue. This time it was also electrical, but the lights just suddenly started coming on all by themselves. Wouldn't go off. It was actually the started off being the fog lights, and then it just kind of got random. Anyway, it was a dark and stormy night, and I noticed there was a puddle of water down here. I ended up just disconnecting the battery cable. It was too late anyway, the battery was dead. I might have to get a new battery, but anyway, waited for some daylight, and actually drove my son's car to work and let my wife drive my truck. Anyway, so here it is, Saturday. It's a little warmer out, got a little more light. There was water all up in this harness here. So that's what was happening. Anyway, I think I found the problem. Popped the sunroof, and there was a puddle of water right here. And I don't know if you can see it. There is a hole down there. That's where the water's supposed to go. So I did a couple things. First, I got an air hose and tried blowing down through it, and I did get and I think that was effective, but I was trying to figure out where that was supposed to be coming out, and it's supposed to come out down here. Show you the little piece in this plastic fairing that it's supposed to drip down, but when I stuck my finger up in there was a whole bunch of leaves and crap. And I took these screws off. I'm about to do it on the other side because I think you're going to see the same thing. Just this screw, this screw, this screw, and this screw, and that enabled me to pull this back, you know, without taking the whole thing off. You'd have to go all the way around the wheel well to take the whole thing off. Anyway, there was, like, you know, a good cubic foot of pine needles and leaves and just crap all gunked up in here. Just creating basically a sponge so that any water that did make it down that hole would just sit here, and then I think it just sort of it found cracks and crevices and got its way back to that harness. So if you're having a short issue that's water related, that's an idea of where you might want to look. And I'm about to take apart this side, and I'll show you what's in here. I bet it's the same thing. Let's see. Oh, this isn't as bad. It's not as bad at all. It ain't great, but this entire side was caked up on the other side. I wonder why that is. Why it would be different on this side. I don't think all that stuff could have possibly made it down that silly little hole. I mean, there's a fair amount of junk in here. It's worthwhile to go ahead and clean it out, because it does just, you know, like I said, it's a sponge and it just sits there and holds water up against your sheet metal inside, and will eventually cause it to rust out. And this vehicle it's just about to push 100,000 miles, so not really looking to get rid of it. I want another 100,000 miles out of it. So yeah, I'm going to take the hose and spray in there and then hit it with some air, and hopefully this does a trick. Like I said, I think my battery might be dead to the world. I jumped it, ran it, and turned it off and tried to start it again, and it was click click. So that'll be a cheap answer to the problem, if indeed that is the answer to the problem.